You got kids in school and you're wondering what to say to your child before a test. There's some things that will help and some surprising things that might not. A few words about test anxiety first, and then I'll share with you 5 specific things that you can say to your child before a test. And it'll make a whole lot more sense as we understand what test anxiety is all about. It makes sense that people get nervous, stressed out, anxious before something big happens, especially if it's something important. There was a TED Talk recently by Kelly McGonigal, who apologized on behalf of our entire industry in mental health and psychology for the bad reputation that we have created for stress. It seems like a bad thing, right? Actually, the research shows that there is an optimal level of stress that actually increases performance. When I say optimal, I mean if it's less than that, we probably aren't geared up enough to step up and perform. If it's too high, we get paralyzed and frozen up by it. There's some level between too low and too high that would be optimal. And that stress actually increases performance. There was a study recently that presented this question to a group of adults. They asked, if you are feeling nervous and upset about something, is it better to A, try to calm down, or B, try to feel excited? 91% of the respondents to that question said it's better to try to calm down. Now, you may have thought the same thing. So did I, actually, at one point in my career. Given what we know about stress and the optimal level of stress, the better answer to that question is try to feel excited. Physiologically, being stressed out and being excited are very, very similar. There are similar chemicals involved. There are some similar thought processes. But the interpretation of those feelings is drastically different. Part of the problem with trying to calm down, it's like try not to think about grapefruit, for example. As I say that to you, you can't even help but think about grapefruit because I suggested it to you. Trying to calm down is similar, or trying to go to sleep. It makes it harder to do. So it's counterproductive. And that's something that we don't want to say to our children. Try to calm down. How does that sound to you as I say it? This sometimes makes it worse because when you're feeling stress or anxiety and somebody tells you to calm down, it actually increases your stress and anxiety. So we don't want to get into that trap. Understanding now what we know about test anxiety, we want to have an optimal level. Let's say some things to our kids that actually help before they go into a test situation. I promised you 5. Here's number 1. You have prepared well. Now, you might not even agree with that fully because they could have prepared better, right? Yes, that is always true. It could always be better than it was. Instead of focusing on that, let's take the preparation that they have done and reinforce them with the idea that they've got this, that they are prepared. That's number 1. You have prepared well. For number 2, this one's a little bit longer, but track this. Most people feel a little nervous just before something important. Did you track that? Most people feel a little nervous just before something important. What we're doing is helping our kids to learn what you already know about test anxiety. It's normal to feel this way. Your kid might not understand that. So we want to help educate them about how their brain is operating. This will give them reassurance and confidence that they're not going crazy. I tell my clients sometimes, you're not as crazy as you feel. That's because it's normal to feel those things given the context of what it is that you're dealing with. It's normal. Doesn't mean that you're crazy. We want our kids to understand that too, so that it helps them to, understand what it is that they're feeling. Here's the third thing that you can say to your kids before a test. It's actually a question. Can you feel the power up? Now, that's going to catch their attention, isn't it? Because they don't expect it. Can you feel the power up? What we're doing is inviting our kids to tune into the feelings that they're having in their own body, caused naturally by the chemicals that are actually preparing their body to perform the task that they're anticipating. After you ask the question, can you feel the power up? Help them to understand that their body is now preparing them to accomplish the task that they're going to do in just a few minutes or tomorrow that's coming up for them soon. Tune into the feelings that indicate that your body is supporting you to do a good job on this test. Cool. That helps them to reframe the experience that they're having as something that's actually helping them and supporting them. And remember, the research shows that that's exactly what's happening. Their body is preparing them to focus and perform and do their very best on this test. The fourth message, you've got this. Conveying confidence based on what we've already shared with them. You've got this. Remember, number one, you've prepared well. You've got this. They don't always feel like they've got this, but their feelings can be misleading. So your confidence as a parent is going to help to reassure them that they've got this. And then finally, I'm taking us right back to our number one job as a parent. Here's the fifth message. I love you. They need to hear it. They need to feel it in some way. You find whatever way makes the most sense for you to present that message to them. Remember, your job as a parent is to love them no matter what, and even if. Knowing that you love them helps them to feel supported and bolstered in this task that they're going to take on, whether it's a test or a big game or a life event, whatever it is. Those are the messages that can help them to take this on in a way that will produce the very best outcomes. Tell them Dr. Paul's got their back. I'm glad to be on your team. We've got lots more videos on the way. Make sure you're subscribed, and I'll see you tomorrow.